the same with the moon. That gives us a dark background, press it once, it gives you the sun with a white background. So preference. Then the little flower is your macro mode. The sliding scale, your brightness on your LCD screen, and then your storage capacity. Says I have 13.17 gigabytes of 13.20 available.
Okay.
Now, if I touch the screen to the right, well, I probably got to exit this first. Hang on. I'll slide this up. There you go. Now I have that little 3 menu choices in the screen to the right.
Okay.
Now, but since we are screen sharing, you see in the bottom right corner the word menu. All right, that, if I touch that, I get the little pop-up menu. Measurement, image mode, palettes, level and span. So if I touch measurements, I have a hot spot, a cold spot, or a center spot. Same as with the other cameras, but these toggle on and toggle off. So I can turn the hot on, I can turn the cold on, and I can turn the center spot on. If I click back, it exits. You now have 3 reticles in your field of view, measuring red the hottest, blue the coldest, and this white center spot only moves if you move the camera. You can toggle those on and off. So if you only want the hot, you just turn the other 2 off. Okay, I'll turn all 3 off. We'll leave the hot one on. All right, go back. The next menu down says image mode, and there's a lot less options in the Pocket 2 than there are in the M30. That's it for temperature measurement capability. No areas, boxes, none of that.
Okay.
So your image mode, you have thermal, fusion, picture-in-a-picture, and blending. So thermal is that. It's just thermal. The next one down is your fusion. Click fusion. Now you're getting that some of the visual characteristics overlaid on the thermal. Now I'm going to exit the menu, and you will notice at the bottom center of the screen there's a 1.0x and a 0.3 meter.
Yep.
Okay. The 0.10x, if I touch the 0.10x, now there's my digital zoom. Slide it up or down, it starts to digitally zoom in.
Okay.
The one next to it, the 0.3, that is your overlay. So look right to the right of this vertical black box, and you'll see the fusion overlay on the thermal of the camera. So that I'm going to slide this up, and you'll see it's going to start to line up the fusion on the thermal. That's better. You see how I did that?
Yes.
Again, I recommend guys use the camera with the turning the image mode to just thermal until they find a thermal anomaly that needs to go in the report. If they want the fusion in the report, or if you want them to have the fusion in the report, then turn it on. Fusion, make sure that the overlay lines up with the thermal, and then push the button on top to capture the picture. The next button down is picture in a picture. Now this one does not resize or move. It's a fixed center spot with the fusion in the middle. You still get the fusion on the picture in a picture as well.
Okay.
And the last one down is your visual camera. Oh, no, I'm
Blending.
sorry. The next one down is your blending.
Blending.
So
Okay.
that's the blend of the 2 camera feeds. Right now we're at 50% thermal, 50% visual. So I can go to 25%, mostly 75% visual and only 25% thermal, or the other way, you go 50-50, or 75% thermal and 25% visual. That kind of gives you, that thermal kind of gives you like the, you know, you can see that missing insulation, but I can still see, you know, the pictures or the, you know, the camera.
Yep.
I mean, it's entirely up to you how you want them to capture
Yep.
the image.
I got it.
If you touch the screen and scroll up, then it goes down. There is another visual. Again, it's an 8 megapixel visual, and you can turn down how it's going to capture 2, 5, or 8 megapixels.
Okay.
I don't think the visual in here is going to replace a good visual camera or the ones you guys have on your phones.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'll go back to thermal only. Now you'll notice when I go back to thermal only and I exit that menu, it doesn't show, it only shows the 1.0x at the bottom center because you don't have in order to align the fusion, you gotta have the fusion turned on.
I'm with you. Okay.
All right. Time and date at the bottom of the screen. Scale on the left-hand side. Now the color palettes are the next one. And, you know, here you can just touch on the image. You can see what it's going to look like. Black is cold, white is hot, black is hot, iron, rainbow, rainbow high contrast. You know, there's, I don't know, about 6 or 8 different palettes.
Okay.
Click back, and then your level and span. Same as the others, that scale on the left-hand side is automatically adjusting based on what's in the field of view. If you want to control it, you touch manual. You can slide your finger up and down in the scale and make those numbers change that way. Or you can simply one touch anywhere on the image, it draws that circle and it tunes the image based on what energy is in that circle.
That's a neat feature.
Yep. And then when you're done, tell your guys, don't forget, when you're done manually adjusting it, okay, you got to go back and change it from manual to auto.
Is there a way to quickly? Is there a way to quickly go back, or do you have to back out of the menu the whole way?
Well, if you were in level and span and went to manual, okay, now you whatever you touch it adjusts. No, you gotta just say okay, menu,
and then go back in.
Span,
okay,
auto.
Fair enough.
All right, that's the whoops, slide that up. That's the end of the choices within the shortcut menu on the screen. Now we're going to touch on the right side in that black section to the right. If I touch the camera, you see the middle one is your albums. The top one is home. It'll go back to the home button basically. So the next one down is your albums, so you can touch the album. You can see the different images that were stored. I can play back videos. It does not play back the audio. So there is no speaker in these cameras.
Okay.
But you do see the video.
Back up one second, Bill. Go to how we got into that view mode again? I was trying to do something else here. Oh, I got it. It's the picture.
All right.
I got it.
So if you want to see the images that are stored or the video that is stored, you touch the image to the right, okay, or on the image. You see the house or home button.
And
the middle one is your gallery or your albums.
Okay, now I see it.
Touch the middle one, and albums show up. Then you touch the album, and it shows the images.
Okay.
Or video. Yep. And then touch the home again, and it goes back.
Fair enough. Okay.
The bottom one of the gear is your settings. Temperature measurement settings. Again, emissivity, distance, temperature range, reference temp or reflected temp, humidity, alarm settings. I would just suggest you guys leave these alone. All right? All of these affect the temperature measurement accuracy and the temperature measurement accuracy only. And until they've taken level 1, I even tell everybody in the CRT class, leave those alone. Connections, again, it connects Wi-Fi or hotspot or Bluetooth the same way the M30 does. I'm currently on Wi-Fi, the WLAN, wireless LAN, I don't know what WLAN stands for, but okay. I turned the Wi-Fi on, I connected to my house Wi-Fi signal, the same signal or the same network that my computer is, and I'm communicating wirelessly to my computer. I cannot download images that way. It's just for the streaming capability in my training. Capturing or transferring images can be done either plug in the USB-C cable, just like we did with the M30, plug in the USB-C cable into your computer and open up File Explorer and copy and paste those images into a folder, or you can, through the wireless network or hotspot, turn it on in the camera on hotspot, like if you're out on a job, turn on the hotspot, and in the camera or in your phone, you go to your Wi-Fi network and you look for that hotspot, and you connect your phone to that hotspot, and then with the Hik Micro viewer app, you can either view the images on your phone or your tablet, or you can wirelessly transfer the images from the infrared camera to your phone or tablet right in the field.
Okay.
Next menu down is your display settings. What do you want to see on the screen? Same one we had with the M30 or M series. Time and date I have turned on. My measurement parameters I have turned off. The brand logo is turned off, so I don't see the Hik Micro logo on my images. Here now in the new firmware, they put the unit, whether it's your Celsius and Fahrenheit or Kelvin, and your distance in meters and feet in this menu.
Okay.
Capture settings. Super IR. If you're handheld, turn it on. On a tripod, it doesn't do anything. Again, that's going to supposedly improve the resolution of the thermal images that you take.
Okay.
Macro mode, again, is for really, really close imaging, like a printed circuit board. You want to have that save visual image turned on. Then it's going to save your visual picture as a separate file. The next one down is your visual image resolution, 2, 5, or 8 megapixels.
What do you advise on that?
Do you put in your reports, are you using pretty small pictures?
Probably 6 fit on a page.
On an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper.
6 photos.
6 photos go on there. So they're, what, 2 by 3 maybe?
Yeah.
Probably 2 megapixels all you ever need. Play with it, but I would say 2 megapixels probably all you need.
Fair enough.
Capture mode is going to be, one image or that time-lapse study that I showed you before.
Yep.
As home inspectors, you guys want just one image when you press that button.
Yeah.
You could set up time-lapse for a period of 5 minutes, capture 30 images, and it'll just capture as many, or every 30 seconds, capture an image, and I want you to capture 20 images or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the only camera on the market, believe it or not, between Hik, FLIR, and Photric that allows you to do a home inspector doing moisture detection wanted to set this camera up
Love it.
on a tripod to watch a wall over 72 hours. He can plug it into the USB-C to a power adapter, and that's what I'm set up right here. It's going to take one image every 10 minutes for 450 images. And if you do the math, that works out to 72 hours. It will every 10 minutes, it'll take a thermal image.
Love it. Cool.
And then you can say, all right, the water, there was nothing at the beginning, 6 hours in, 10 hours in. I mean,
yeah,
it was incredible. I was on the phone with every one of the manufacturers. Even the $45,000 T1020 from FLIR, you have to reset the clock every 24 hours.
So this is the only camera, period, or the only Hik Micro is the only one that does this?
No, this one.
Wow.
This is the only Hik Micro that does it too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was blown away. This guy was ready to spend $12,000 a camera, and at the time, the $700 camera was the only one that would do what he needed it to do.
Love it. Cool.
If I scroll up, we did the capture mode. I better make sure I didn't click on that. Yeah, I did. So I need to go back to a single image. I don't need it capturing 450 images. Edit before saving. Again, you guys aren't using the Hik Micro Analyzer software, so this doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
The file name header, that's, remember I changed mine to BF for Bill Fabian. It could be, JD for, Jamie Dunsing. It could be whatever. And I don't know if it's just 2 letters or that you have, you can spell a whole word, last name or whatever.
It looks like you can do a bunch. I'm messing with it as we're speaking, and it looks like you can do it. So, okay.
Oh, cool.
Good enough.
Then the file naming, after the file name header, you have file naming. You can do numbering or timestamp.
Okay.
Your video type, either MP4 or that radiometric. Remember the temperature measurement video I talked about earlier today?
Yep.
And then your color distribution, either histogram or linear. And I keep mine both on histogram.
Okay.
Let's go back one menu, come down to device settings, time and date. That's where you're going to set your time and date. There's another auto rotation. So remember when I turned the camera vertical, I said the graphics would stay horizontal?
Yeah.
That's the same thing, just a long way of doing it.
Cool.
You have the auto power off, which is, that after you set the camera down and after a period of time, it'll automatically turn off, basically to conserve power.
Yep.
Conserve battery. Now the about is your camera information. So if I touch about, I get my model number, firmware version. What do you got?
5.5.72.
Then you got the latest. I checked their website today, and that is the latest firmware for the Pocket 2.
Okay.
And your serial number is down there at the bottom line. Well, you got another one at the bottom, IP address.
Okay.
But I always recommend to guys print a copy of the sales slip, the shipping label. Because if there's ever an issue with any of the Hik Micro cameras, a warranty repair, they go 3 years from delivery date.
Okay.
So you don't have to register the camera, just provide proof of sale date. So print a copy of that sales receipt and keep it in a folder or in the camera case or whatever works best for you guys.
Okay.
Again, that save logs is just for manufacturer information, for troubleshooting.
Okay.
There's your device initialization menu, removing your measurement tools, formatting the internal storage, or the hard restore or hard reset.
Okay.
Remember, when you're ready to delete the images from a camera, formatting the storage is the best way to get rid of them. It gets rid of all images, video, and prepares it to store more images.
Okay.
There's your language. Don't change it from English. And that's it.
Okay. That's it.
It is it. That's it. That's
Okay.
all the menus. I mean, it is a lot less complicated. As long as you're within, say, 8 to 10 feet, it makes a really nice image.
It does. Yep.
You know, because it's got a 50-degree field of view, a wider field of view, that the M30 has a 37.5-degree field of view. So it's a little bit narrower.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's 110,000 pixels.
Right.
This is a 50-degree, so it's wider, but it's over 49,000 pixels. So it's still giving you a good picture quality as long as you're within, say, 8 to 10 feet of the object. You get long distance. This is not a camera I want to go out to a substation or do any real long distance imaging with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I like about these is the form factor. We're going to have them with us. You'll use them if you've got that big camera, even with that little holster that I bought. That's super convenient, but it's a big bulky thing. So
you get the you got pouches for those?
Not for yeah. It came with this thing, so you can.
Yeah. Now that's the hard-sided storage case for it.
Right.
Okay. We found, and you can find these. But we found these, Jamie. These are basically cell phone pouches.
Yeah. Well, it fits on your belt. I like it.
It's got a whoops, wrong side. It's got a belt clip on it.
Yeah.
So you can clip it on your belt and then just Velcro it open and take the camera out. It's got a piece of foam in there now.
Yeah.